Hey y'all, this is Demia Avery of the Demia Avery Show. So Bravo has released their trailer for Next Generation NYC Real Housewives Kids. Are y'all ready for that? I'm gonna watch it. Let's talk about it.
This is the Demia Avery Show, hosted by Demia Avery, where some of your favorite entertainers, celebs, and entrepreneurs come to highlight all of their many talents.
Hello, everyone. This is Demia Avery with the Demia Avery Show, and welcome to yet another episode of the Entertainment Report. So, we got a lot to report today, and I'm going to get right into it. But before we get started, make sure if you're on YouTube to hit that subscribe button. Anywhere else, hit that like and share button. And we're going to get started with Beyonce's hair care line, Cécred. So, as you may or may not know, she recently partnered with Ulta Beauty, and she now has made it available in Ulta Beauty in 1,400 stores. And the biggest thing that I love is that she made it so that they hired over 7,000 stylists in the back of the store, where they have the salons to service you with the products. I think that's pretty cool. So that way you're not just going to the store and you're buying the products and then you're just trying it on yourself. You can actually go to the salon and have them tell you what products to use, what's the best products to use. And I think they're all getting training and everything. So they can tell you what products to use, and they can do the whole thing that for you, and that way you can get the best benefits for your hair. So I think that is pretty cool. I heard, in the past, I know Beyonce had problems with sales with her hair care line, but the way that I'm hearing now, she's not having any problems. Her sales went through the roof. They said it's 14 times what she had made in the past. So congratulations, Beyonce, with the hair care line. And, if you're interested, go and check it out and see what it does. I'm all for hair care growth. And so that, speaking of Beyonce, it's my next story is Keri Hilson. And while I'm mentioning Beyonce and Keri Hilson, if you're not familiar with their drama, I'm going to let you know more about this. Keri Hilson recently was on The Breakfast Club, and she talked about her return to the spotlight, her regrets, her alleged beef with Beyonce, and how she's bouncing back and her new music. I am all for it. Keri Hilson is an amazing artist. And I was so sad back in the day when, if you're not familiar with what happened, Keri Hilson was definitely, she's a singer-songwriter. She definitely had a promising career. She has some hits out there, some bangers out there. You're turning me out. You're turning me out. That was just one of the hits that she had. And in that song, she had a remix. And what happened was, according to her, the producers made her have like a diss part in that remix. And it sounded as though, and it pretty much sounded as though the diss was towards Beyonce. And of course, Beyonce fans was not having that. And it ruined her career. It really did. And in the interview on The Breakfast Club, Keri had a lot of regrets with that. And she said that the producers at that time, she said she was really young. And she said the producers at that time told her that if she didn't do this particular part in the song, that basically they weren't going to work with her anymore, or the label wasn't going to work with her anymore. I don't know. You have to go back and really get the exact verbiage, but basically she wasn't going to work with them anymore. And that producer was hot. She was producing hits, and she didn't want to lose that momentum that she was having. And she said she fought back for a minute and was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But after they kind of kept pressuring her, she, being young, she just said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then when she did the diss in the song, it basically ruined her career. She said that, she, every time she had an interview, Every time she posted anything on social media, that people were just like really on her really bad. And she said that she was basically blacklisted in a way where she couldn't do anything without them bringing up the whole Beyonce beef. And she got depressed, and she said it took a lot for her. And the Beyonce machine is a monster. So she couldn't get past it. So she basically quit for a long period of time, and she didn't do music for a long period of time. So I'm glad that she learned whatever lesson that she needed to learn. Um, yeah, the producers may have pressured her, but she learned her own lesson as well, and that she's gotten past that. And I just really wish that we give her a second chance and really embrace this artist, because not only is she a extremely talented sister, she can sing, she can dance, she's beautiful. Um, she really does have the full package, and I just think we should just go ahead and let bygones be bygones and just let her do her thing, and really get behind her again, because it's too many talented women out there, and we just need to give people a chance. Artists are artists, and speaking from a past artist, um, if creative people can't create, it really destroys them. So I really wish Keri Hilson all the best in her career. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so moving on to crazy news. Hip hop music industry legend Kevin Liles. Kevin Liles is preparing to try and dismiss a sexual assault lawsuit against him. Kevin filed new legal documents Tuesday asking for permission to file a motion to dismiss a lawsuit filed earlier this year by a woman who claimed he R-worded her way back in 2002 while he was an executive at Def Jam Recordings. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Kevin claims he will argue to dismiss this case on the grounds that the woman waited too long to file her claims, and the statute of limitations on her claims has run. Kevin also claims that the suit is filed with claims that it's entirely false. And he says his accuser is way too light on specifics for the case to move forward. Okay. If you're not familiar with the story, this Jane Doe worked with him at Def Jam. And basically, she said Kevin was bas- uh, I can't get the words out. She was subject to sexual harassment. And she claimed that because all his advancements wasn't working and stuff, that eventually he just basically R-worded her. So, of course, Kevin denied all allegations, and that's what this is all about. So, eventually, we'll get the truth when everything goes to trial. Um, we'll see how that plays out. This is just becoming too commonplace in the music industry. It is crazy. And I always tell the story. I back in the day, I used to really want to be in the music industry, and I do believe this is my story. I do believe that God saved me from that, because I really, really, really tried. I did everything that a person that wanted to, well, not everything, but I really wanted to be in the industry. And I never got my shot. And I do believe now that I hear all these things that women and men have gone through to get their shot, that it's just not worth it. So thank God. Anyways, lastly, let's move on. Okay, this is a trip. So next generation NYC. Next Generation NYC. Bravo sets premiere date for a series with Real Housewife kids. Are y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for that? I don't know. It sounds crazy, but I'm going to watch it. Next Generation Real Housewives kids. Okay, I'm gonna watch that though. Bravo has unveiled the cast and trailer for its new reality series, Next Generation NYC. The show will premiere Tuesday, June 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern. Features kids from the Real Housewives. This ought to be good. Okay, so some of the kids: Riley Burris, that's the daughter of Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ariana Bierman, the daughter of former Real Housewives of Atlanta Kim Zolciak. Brooks Marks, son of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Meredith Marks. And Gia Giudice, daughter of Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice. They're all featured in this series. It's basically, it follows a tangled web of friends raised in the spotlight, or at least close enough for good lighting, it says, as they stumble into adulthood, one brunch, breakup, and spontaneous decision at a time. Whether stepping out of their parents' shadows or creating their own legacies from scratch, these 20 somethings are determined to conquer Manhattan if they can figure out how to adult first. This ought to be good. I'm interested in seeing this. Are y'all interested in seeing this? This ought to be pretty good. So, anyways, that is our entertainment report for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Love you, love you, love you. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.